Here's a colony of sundew gems, making these patches of typical dirt extraordinarily shine and quite a sight to look at. This is just one of many types of sundews located in the midst of Africa's extremely diverse and exotic wildlife that will be displayed and explained in depth in this video. So what sort of plants are these and where are they found? Well, first we have to visit the continent of Africa. So what are sundews? Sundews are carnivorous plants that snag bugs out of the air with their sticky leaves, suffocate the insects by curling their tentacles all over the bodies of the helpless insects, and finally consume them using strong digestive juices that quickly break down the tissue of the now dead insects within days, and sometimes even just mere hours.
What the hell?
Well, yeah, let's get back into it now. There are currently more than 250 described species of sundews in the world, with many of them residing in Africa. With the insane amount of wildlife diversity, understanding all the sundew species from this region is going to be a huge challenge, and getting a taste of all these magnificent treasures is just what this series is for. From rosetted sundews that like drowning in bodies of water, to sundews that thrive growing in the dry vastness of desert-like terrain, to tropical sundews that climb several feet tall, we'll uncover the depth of this strange genus, starting with the wet-growing subtropical sundew species. Scattered across the coast of South Africa and inland areas, we find our first sundew, the most common wet-growing species with much fame, which is Drosera capensis, or the Cape sundew. This species is capable of catching smaller insects and occasionally ones as large as flies. A linear, erect-leaf sundew native to the Cape, it has a ton of natural variation and can look extremely different in terms of size, color, and shape, depending on where it's from. It can be found in wet seeps where water is running or in super moist peaty soils. Wait, but there's more than just the Cape sundew, right? Not sure, we gotta take a look. Digging a bit deeper, we'll find two very different species from the Cape sundew, Drosera alishae and admirabilis, occasionally growing sympatrically with capensis, which means their territories overlap. Alishae and admirabilis are both red-colored rosetted gems of sundews. In English, these names mean Alice's sundew and admirable sundew. They sprinkle the vastness of South Africa with their shiny, glistening tentacles. Drosera alishae can even be found in drier locations as well, such as sandy and rocky areas. Admirabilis tends to only reside in locations with excess water, and as a result adapted to occasionally growing super tall in order to escape the water's surface. Next we go down southeast of Cape Town, where there appears to be another unfamiliar water-dwelling species, Drosera slackiei, growing in massive clumps of colonies that make it look almost like one giant monstrosity of a sundew. Though it looks similar to Drosera alishae and admirabilis, it can be differentiated by thick red hairs beneath each unrolling leaf and the uniform size of the wedge-shaped leaves. Going up a bit from the coast still in South Africa, we find a close cousin of Drosera slackiei called rubrifolia, or the red-leaf sundew, which is another beautiful shiny red gem. In some locations it sits on the edge of waterfalls to get a taste of the cold, delicious running water. East of Cape Town near Knysna, we find yet another widespread rosetted species called Drosera natalensis. This is one of the most greedy species in the continent of Africa. Its range extends all the way from the Cape Peninsula tip into Madagascar and then to Mozambique, which lies on the eastern portion of the continent. Similarly to the Cape sundew, the species can take on many different forms depending on where it's growing. Finally, we go back to South Africa, but this time the northeastern end of the territory, to find one of the most endemic species in the group and one of the most unique looking. This is a water-loving species that grows occasionally semi-aquatic, sitting partially in water. It's called Drosera nidiformis. Drosera nidiformis is one of the most distinct species displayed in this video, with uniquely yellowish leaves as well as teardrop-shaped lamina, which is the sticky part of the leaf. That was just a small taste of the carnivorous plants that lie on this incredible continent. We still have much to explore. In the next video, we'll go even further into the depths of South Africa to find a mysterious family of dry desert-growing sundews that might even be more incredible than the sundews we found in this video. Subscribe if you enjoyed the journey. We'll be back in the next one.